Hi, my name is Sarah Walls and I own Strength and Performance Training. What I'm going to talk about today is SAPT's internship program, kind of why we do it, why there's value, who there's value for, that sort of thing. So I think unless you've actually trained with us, you probably wouldn't realize that we have a very extensive internship program. And it got started while I was also a strength and conditioning coach at George Mason. Had the opportunity to take on some interns there and then saw that it was really a great experience for me, a great experience for them, and something that I wanted to bring into the business. So we take interns through sort of three tri-semesters each year. So the fall and spring semester, the more traditional semesters, and then also during the summer sessions. And we have a variety of levels that will come in and accept. Kind of the big ones being a 400-hour internship, which is sort of like a full-time job for a semester. And then also some lower hour requirement internships as well. You know, the reason that we do this is it definitely helps us. In the end, you know, our goal is to take a student who has little experience potentially and make them really as much of a part of the staff, the coaching staff, that we can. So it helps us. It helps the student by giving them a chance to take all of the theory that they've spent however many years learning in school and begin to apply that and begin to understand how our application works. And when you're in the real world, what doesn't work in terms of that theory that you learn in school. But the biggest reason that we do this, and when I tell you that we spend an enormous amount of time with all of our interns in the whole program, we really spend an enormous amount of time. You know, and the reason that we do that, and the reason that I think that those resources are well spent, is because in the end, if we have an impact on that student in a way that as they go out into the industry, whether they're working strictly with sports performance, if they're in a rehab setting, if they become medical doctors, or if they're, you know, do something completely different, I want to know that we've had a great impact by instilling solid systems, a solid and deep understanding of what it means to be at the top of your game in terms of working with clients. And providing them a great experience from start to finish. So it's really, for me, it's about improving the state of the industry indirectly over a long period of time. And I love it. It's great. It's something that I think all of us take a huge amount of pride in the program that we've developed over the last few years. So just to give you an idea of what it's like, all of our interns come in and do an interview. We try to keep them on our toes. We challenge them with some questions, try to make them a little uncomfortable. And if you're an intern, a past intern of ours, you know what that is. You know, and if we accept them, what they do when they first come in, or actually before they come in, and this is something new we're instilling in the program, they have some pre-work to do a week or 2 weeks prior to even coming in. Some reading, watching videos, just ensuring that everybody is working from the same baseline. Once they come in and actually start their internship, we go through a period of observation where they're really just watching the coaches on the floor, asking questions. There's periods of time set aside where they can read and learn and ask questions of the coaches to have some continuing dialogue. Once we go beyond the observation phase, it's really our job as coaches to try to get to know the strengths and weaknesses of our interns. Once we have an idea about that, then we really work to meet them where they are in terms of comfort level, what their background is, that sort of thing, so that we can start at the right point and accelerate them as quickly as possible into being as helpful as possible. And that's different than what you're going to hear a lot of internships, maybe anywhere, but definitely in the realm of sports performance. A lot of times internship supervisors are, you know, potentially trying to embarrass the interns, challenge them unfairly, make them uncomfortable on a day-to-day basis, and that's just not our thing. You know, we're here, we're appreciative that they're giving us some of their time, and in turn we're going to make sure that we build their confidence, not break it down or challenge them unnecessarily and in an unfair way. We only want to challenge them once we think they're up to that challenge. So they go through observation. We'll start having them help out with clients individually, run warm-ups. As we see that their knowledge base is growing, or as we're trusting their knowledge base, then they get to have more and more hands-on interactions with our clients. In terms of formalized learning, kind of our own classroom setting, we'll do in-services on a bi-weekly basis where each coach will come in and they kind of rotate through and talk about different topics that we know are generally not covered in classwork, or that we can expand upon greatly. So certain injuries, how to deal with certain populations, advanced programming considerations. We spend a lot of time on that, and we'll also give programming scenarios to, like our 400-hour interns. They'll do a number of different programming scenarios where they have to program out for someone with a variety of, injuries or what have you, and then they have to kind of defend that program that they've come up with to one of the coaches. And as I mentioned at the beginning, our goal is to really ensure that all of our interns look back on their experience with us as something that really enriched their professional development, and that they can lean on for years in the future, even if it's not something as direct as, at SAPT, they taught me how to teach someone to step back lunge. No, but more in terms of, the principles and running an honest session, being involved with your clients, being invested in your clients, that sort of thing. So that's it. That's our internship program.